Hello, you beautiful people on the internet. Welcome back to another video. So, today, like I said, we will be doing the Ben Affleck leak thingamajig. Yeah. So, before I get into this video, you guys, really quickly, I just want to make sure you guys know about the Pokemon Sword and Shield giveaway. It's coming at the deadline's really soon. So, go and sign up for it now before it's too late. Shh, don't tell anyone. I'm just kidding. Tell everybody about this, because who doesn't want a free copy of, an $80 video game? But yeah, anyways, that's that. As well as, if we get 100 subs, I'll give away 2 copies. So, also, gonna plug in or preview the next video. I will also be going over the riddle leak. And yeah, so look forward to it. Anyways, let's get right into the video, you guys. So, we are going to be doing the good old Ben Affleck leak, or the Affleck leak, whatever you choose to call it. We're gonna go over some of the lighter details, just because we already know a lot of this stuff right now, like a lot. But the reason I want to go back to it is because once again, it got some stuff right. So I thought it would be a wise idea to go back and take a look at things. So first off, we got your rival's name is Hop. Fact. But you will also be facing against Beatty and Marnie. Fact. Team Yell is the gang in this game, who are well-meaning fans of Marnie causing trouble. Also fact. To become part of the gym challenge, you have to get an endorsement. Beatty gets an endorsement from Chairman Rose and his secretary Olina. So this is something we still don't know yet, but I think that this is more and more likely because trainer cards are a thing now. And so an endorsement, let me actually, just to make sure I'm firm, endorsement, act of giving one's public approval. So it's like when you have a card, you have approval to go and actually compete in the league. So I can see that very much as being a thing. Eternatus is the evil legendary. So this one is not true. However, the following sentence: the other legendary will be a wolf with a shield mane or holding a sword in its mouth, like Great Wolf. Well, not in its mouth, like Great Wolf Sif, but basically Great Wolf Sif. I can't remember. I think it's from Dark Souls, where it's a big wolf that holds a sword in its mouth. Don't recall its name. I mean, Zacian and Zamazenta are pretty hard to remember unless you say them so many damn times. But yeah. So just for me, this only confirms that Eternatus is real, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was, because this leak is a legitimate leak. It's not a rumor. It's a legitimate leak. Now, here's some more stuff that we know is confirmed. Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing are new dynamics which will supersize Pokemon in specific areas, wild areas. Fact. Gigantamaxing is different from Dynamax as it changes the Pokemon and the Pokemon looks like. What changes what the Pokemon looks like? I didn't see that. Meowth looks like a long cat. Lapras gets layers like music bars to its shell and musical notes. And Pikachu looks like fat retro Pikachu. I mean, personally, I hope they don't make the Pikachu too fat. I hope that they make it look a little bit more like Ryan Reynolds Pikachu from Detective Pikachu, but if not, that's cool, that's alright. Meowth just getting longer I think is kind of lazy, but at the same time I can see that happening, so especially given the credibility of this damn leak. Sonia is Leon's former rival who's researching the Dynamax phenomenon at the behest of her grandmother and professor of the game. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this because this is something we should already be really familiar with. Some Pokemon, like Farfetch'd, will get regional evolutions, like Surfetch'd. Meowth looks like a ball of spiky gray fur. So, this leak also correctly predicted Galar regional evolutions, like Galar form regional evolutions, like Obstacoon, as well as Surfetch'd. It correct. We know Surfetch'd is a thing now. It's on the website. Go look at it. It's there. Buddy, come on. So, for me personally, again, this leak is very credible. It's not like, usually I would say like most other things is a rumor, but no, this is a leak. Like, this is legit. So moving on from that though, because again, there's not much to talk about anymore, because Sirfetch'd, well, we know about Sirfetch'd. But I guess really quickly, I think Sirfetch'd is an awesome Pokemon. I actually kind of like the fact that it's in Pokemon Sword, because for me that also means that to balance out the games, there will probably be another Pokemon of the sort for Shield, and unless that's not the case, in which case I would just be sad. But I find it odd that Sirfetch'd is just in Sword and there would be nothing for Shield. I find that really odd. Like, if that was the case, and it's almost like Game Freak is trying to force you to buy Pokemon Sword, which I'm not okay with, because I like having both games, okay? Fight me. I spend a lot of money on video games. Come at me, bro. But anyways, so yeah, there's that. As well as, what is it? Where is it? Where am I at? Ah, yes. Meowth looks like a ball of spiky gray fur. So this also means that Meowth gets a Galar form. Now we know Galar forms are a thing because Zigzagoon and Weezing, like, hello, right? So we know that those are a thing, and as well as Scovet and Greedent. Greedent are chipmunk Pokemon who randomly attack you if you shake too many berries. If they attack, you lose half the berries that dropped. So my thoughts on this is that basically, I think it's an interesting gimmick to have. It kind of prevents the player from just spam clicking trees and stuff like that, and I can personally agree with that, because it's a game balancing mechanic. It's not just there to kind of be in there for fun. It's actually like practically useful for something. Like I'm assuming, because if this was not in the case, they would have to find a way to prevent you from getting infinite berries just by spam clicking a tree or a bush or something like that. And so having them come out and attack you will, when you get too many berries, will in a sense balance out the game. Granted that I don't use berries for a lot of things, so I don't really care, but it is nice to know that Game Freak is paying attention to some of the finer details, and that they're not just finer details, but they're actually somewhat practical details as well, which I very much very much appreciate. So the next one is the fourth type. Sorry, not the fourth type. The fourth gym is the first fairy type gym, led by an actress named Opal. So we know about Milo and Nessa, and Kabu has been, Kabu's name has been bouncing around everywhere between what gym type he is. I've heard like ground, I've heard fighting, I've heard I think I've seen electric at least once or twice maybe. And then the most popular one, and the one I tend to stick with, is fire. So I find it interesting that they don't say anything about Kabu. They say it like as if we already know about Kabu, because, you know, Milo and Nessa are mentioned, but we know about them because they were revealed to us. But Kabu, on the other hand, is not revealed to us. So this means that if we were ever able to get another trailer, I'm thinking Kabu would have something to do with it, because Kabu is just used in the same context as Milo and Nessa, right? So, but yeah. Also, the first fairy type gym is going to be super. I'm curious to see what they do with this one, because to my knowledge, what is fairy strong against? What is fairy type strong against? It's strong against super effective, against dark and fighting and dragon. I only really use dragon and fighting. I don't really use dark type Pokemon, so for me personally, it is gonna be a breeze. However, it is also, so it's, the fairy type is also vulnerable to poison and steel and is resistant to dragon. Now, for me, that this is okay. So I'll admit. Oh, I hit the microphone. I'm so sorry. I'll admit I got a little bit ahead of myself there in that I don't actually use in my playthroughs. The type of Pokemon I use aren't typically poison and steel types. They're usually fighting dragon, fire, water, grass, electric types. Kind of so some of the more generic stuff. So I'll admit I got a little bit ahead of myself when I said that this was going to be easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. But you know, moving on. Before fighting the gym leader, sorry, you have to complete the gym challenges. Now, here's what is interesting, because Milo has you herding sheep like sheep Pokemon named Wooloo, but Pamper, an electric corgi Pokemon, will startle them, send them rolling elsewhere. Now, we know this is pretty much legit because Wooloo and Pamper were mentioned before they were revealed. Like, hello? Well, at least I know Pamper was revealed much later, and I think Wooloo was as well, because I don't think I started uploading videos until at the end of May, and this leak came up the last week of May, so a little bit before I got to YouTube. So for me, this is again creditability. Nessa has you running through a maze where water blocks the way. This is also true if you've seen footage of the Pokemon demos. Like the one with Impidimp and where Pamper was originally revealed to us. Well, not originally revealed, but that we were shown Pamper for the first time. And this is also true. So now, for me, what is interesting is, again, Kabu follows the same pattern as Milo and Nessa, and that Milo and Nessa we know about, but we don't know anything about Kabu. We don't even know if Kabu's a real Pokemon trainer, right? So like, but just kind of going into things anyways, here it says Kabu requires you to catch Pokemon and get 5 points. When you have but you have to be in a party battle with another trainer who's also trying to catch it. So this has no implications as to the type of Pokemon that Kabu uses. So we are still just as much in the dark as we were before. However, I'm curious to see how this catching Pokemon while you're in a party battle with another trainer who's also trying to catch it. I want to see how this works. Like, what do they do? Is it like you're catching Pokemon and battling a trainer at the same time? Like, when I say catch, I mean a wild Pokemon catch, not the trainer's Pokemon catch. Or is it like, you battle a trainer, then you have a chance to catch a Pokemon, you catch it, and then you do that 5 times. I don't know. Either way, it's still super unique. I'm totally cool with that. But yeah, moving on. Here's where things get a little bit spicier. So while there is a transit system, you will have to go through the wild area at times. An open world biome that has weather system and little pockets where wild Pokemon Dynamax and have to be beaten for a person raid. Beaten in for a person raid. You will randomly see nearby players and interact with them and to get their league cards. Whoa! Whoa! It also mentions league cards! Whoa! Wait a minute! Whoa! League cards were also revealed to us. Wow, I'm actually caught off guard by that. I'm genuinely surprised. But finishing the sentence, and items. Great. But again, this leak is a legitimate leak. It is actually a credible leak. And again here, it says camping is how you play with Pokemon now. Again, it is accurate. It is also correct. What the heck? You will get 2 toys, a feather toy, which we know, and a toy Pokeball, which can raise friendship. So I do not recall seeing a Pokeball, but the feather toy is legit. You will make Curry, which will raise stats and friendliness. This is legit. This is an actual leak. I'm certain of it at this point. I am certain of it. This is too legit. This is too legit. And for those of you who are wondering, you know, oh, this was Photoshop, whatever. No, this is a screenshot that I'm showing you guys from May 23rd. This is a screenshot, not some, like, this was a screenshot that was uploaded May 23rd. Or, sorry, May 24th. And I'm reusing that same screenshot. So, like, bruh, this is legit. This is legit. This is legit. This is legit. I'm cutting out later. Peace. Bye-bye. Just kidding. I have to go over the rest of it. Because I can. And I should, honestly. Let's see. Moving on. Pokemon will not walk beside you in the overworld map. Scorbunny will have fighting type moves, but is a pure fighter. Pure fighter. Does that mean, like, it's bipedal? I think. Like, it's as a fighter theme. Like, it goes back into the firefighting theme of things. It becomes Rabu. I don't remember the final evolution, except that it looks like a fighter. It looks humanoid. So, hopefully, we'll get something similar to some of the better versions of the rumored evolution designs. Because I really like the electric bunny. I really do. Sobble becomes Sizzle and then Intellium, a chameleon with a spy theme. Again, that is consistent with some of the sketches that we've seen before, but that does not confirm the sketches because, well, there's no way to confirm the sketches. It could just be a person going off of their imagination based off of what they see. And while, yes, it does fit, like, some of the cooler designs that we have seen do fit the suggested theme of a chameleon that with a spy theme, that does not mean that they are valid. That could just be fan art, right? So, let's keep that in mind. Grookey will end up as a giant gorilla that beats a wood drum to attack. Now, this is where some of the cooler designs contradict what is being talked about here, because the cooler designs show very clearly that it has much more feminine, and a giant gorilla isn't that feminine to me. So, yeah. Anyways. This is something also that I want to point out. At the very bottom here, the best Pokemon so far is the Blue Seagull. Cramorant. That either gets a Barracuda in its mouth, Cramorant, or a Pikachu, which it launches at its enemies, which we have not seen yet. But it is consistent because it says who, when it dives, either gets a Barracuda in its mouth or a Pikachu, which it launches at the enemy. This is also correct! This is actually correct as well! Like, buddy, there's just too much in this to be not correct, you know? But yeah, those are some of the recaps on things, as well as some thoughts on the things that we do not yet know. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on this below? Let me know in the comment section below, as well as like the video if you enjoyed it, share the video if you so choose, and subscribe to the channel. It would help me out a lot, and it'll help us get to the 100 subscriber mark, which would justify getting you guys a chance to win one of 2 Sword or Shield giveaways. Copies, not giveaways. Either way, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.